Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Beautiful weekend last weekend. Wow. Arts festivals. It's a beautiful time of the year. The other day, I was visiting with one of my clients, and conversation came up, and there was a little bit of complaining, borderline whining about his inability to get someone back on track and perform the way that he thought that person should be performing. And I can't really say that there's been a lot of follow-up conversation or detailed coaching or one-on-one conversations with that person. So we embarked on this journey, and he was complaining about her outcomes and her path. And so the point that I want to share with you today is simply this, that, he was saying that it's difficult to manage situations like this. And sometimes that's true. But what I offered to him was, through questions, for him to finally say to me, so you're really saying this is a matter of leadership, right? Not management. And I said, well, they're two different things. In some cases, leadership has there's some management component to leadership, and there's some leadership component to management. Sure, we all know that. But here's what I suggested to him. That if the lady's not on the right path, then it's the leader's job to inspire her to get on the right path and to start taking the steps necessary to perform her job according to the performance standards that have been put in place. I say it's your job to sit with her and create a future of possibilities, not a default future where she's drifting off and headed to probably not such a good outcome. But rather inspire her and direct her and give her reasons why, from a leadership point of view, that she should hop on the pathway, hop on the road, if you will, and take a journey toward the destination that you've outlined in your plan and that you've outlined for her as a contributor to that plan. If you can't ever get her back up on the road, if you can't get her off her feet or back up on her feet, then no degree of leadership or management is going to matter. And in my view, neither one took place. So she's out there at wandering generality, if you will, with no leadership, no direction, and no guidance whatsoever. So instead of letting her wander, if you believe that she's capable and able, and you believe that she's willing, then at least have the conversation. Get her up on the road. That's leadership, is helping people stay up on the road, headed in the right direction. Because sometimes we all turn south when we should be pointed north. True north is a difficult direction to maintain. And it's the job of the leader to recognize when people are no longer pointed toward true north and to get that compass pointed back where it should be. Now, once that person's on the road, then it becomes a little bit of a management issue, doesn't it? Then it becomes an issue of saying, okay, what are the performance standards? What are the benchmarks? What are the metrics? How are we going to know when that the job's being done correctly? How are we going to report it? How are we going to deal with difficulties or setbacks when they occur, and they will, and so forth. But rather than let that person linger, or rather than starting to draw conclusions about whether or not that person's failing in their position, don't forget to take a look at how you're approaching this too. Because it might be a question of you just taking the time and doing the tough work of being a leader and sitting down and inspiring that person to get up off their butt, back on their feet, get on the road, headed down the pathway the way that you know that they should be, and perhaps that they even want to be. And that recovery will be the mark that you'll leave, and that it will set an example. People will watch that, and they'll feel good about that. And you'll ensure that somebody that you thought you may be losing or you were becoming frustrated with is back up on the road performing with excellence. So think about that. That's leadership in the trenches, and something that every one of us needs to pay attention to and be committed to and be willing to exercise. Have a great day.